Oh, I haven't done a video on Dragon Ball for a long time. It's been a while. And it takes a fair bit for me to come out of the woodwork. Not much really bothers me with the show anymore, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I've just seen a lot over the years with Dragon Ball. What I will say though is today's episode of Daima was some of the most contrived, uninspired, unoriginal crap I think I've seen in a long time. You've got a show from nearly 29 years ago that turned Goku into a kid, kept elements of fun from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, did it in an inspired way, using a new plot device that we hadn't seen before or had never even been alluded to, so it was new and exciting. And don't get me wrong, the whole exploration of the demon realm in Dragon Ball is fantastic. I love that idea, I love the concept. The whole turning everyone into kids, while you're taking an element from GT and reusing it, it's not really a crime, it's nothing to get upset about. But today for me, it just took it a stretch too far. I just want to open by saying if you enjoyed the episode, if you like the design, if you think Super Saiyan 4 looks fantastic in Daima and you prefer the look, and you don't have a problem with it, that's fine. For me, it was kind of a step too far, in the sense that you've taken an idea from GT already, turning people into kids. In my opinion, GT did it slightly better, that's my opinion. But now you've used a form, one of the best things about GT, Goku's transformation that broke through the Dark Dragon's magic and turned him into an adult again. It looked far more raw, more primal. The way it was executed with the Golden Uzaru, it looked better. Obviously, they're going to explain this away, I would imagine, because we never saw this in Super, so the fact that it was used through magic, it may only be accessed in the Demon Realm, or it may only be accessed after this magic, and it's temporary. But it's for me, it's uninspired, it's unoriginal. I didn't get excited about it personally, and it was really, really disappointing. It kind of killed the show for me, it killed the fun. We don't need to see new transformations all the time to have good writing and good storytelling, and we really don't need to see what I would call, in a way, it's not stolen. At the end of the day, Toriyama's franchise is Toriyama's franchise. Even if he didn't create and design Super Saiyan 4, and he can take it and use it however he wants at the end of the day. It's not original though. He didn't come up with the concept for it. So it's not really something that I would call interesting to see in Daima. And it kind of fits into the narrative of, I see those fake images on the internet of people drawing Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Daima, and I'm thinking these guys completely miss the point of the show. They don't understand that this is a different continuity to GT. GT is a separate timeline or a separate dimension, however you want to look at it. They're not going to take something from that timeline and put it into the timeline that lines up with Super. They've already alluded to gods. They've already alluded to multiple universes. Heck, they've even showed the Kais from the other universes in Daima. It makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. It's for me, it's just a way for them to sell toys. I can't say for definitively what's going to happen, but what I will say is I don't like predictable storytelling. This was unpredictable. It just wasn't original. And the predictability from here is they're probably both going to get Super Saiyan 4, Goku and Vegeta I mean. They're probably going to fuse using the fusion bugs, and they're probably going to beat Goma using Super Saiyan 4 fusion. Now, I could be completely off, but that, for me, you've just ruined the last two episodes. It's so predictable if that's what happens. For me to know what happens, I personally don't like predictable storytelling. It's something, my back catalogue of videos is no longer on YouTube, it's private. But in those videos, I mentioned multiple times throughout Super airing, I don't like predictable storytelling. I prefer it to be unpredictable. I don't like to know where things are going. And it's extremely predictable. Even the manga is guilty of it. Toyotaro can be very predictable with his writing. You know that something's going to happen to one of the characters that's fighting a villain, whether it be Gohan or Vegeta. Goku's going to come in and save the day. It's extremely predictable. I don't have a problem with Goku getting the shine. It's his show. I've always said that. I love that Gohan, Piccolo, Vegeta get more shine these days. I think that's fantastic. I wish it would happen for the Earthlings like Tien and Chiaotzu and Krillin and all these guys. I wish they would get the shine as well. But yeah, at the end of the day, for me, it was an extremely disappointing episode. extremely disappointing. It killed the whole enjoyment of the show for me that I've been going through so far. I was very skeptical of the show. Going back before it even aired, I was talking privately with friends, saying to them that I'm not really sold on turning Goku into a kid. It's been done before, and I'm not convinced they can do it better. You know, GT, its main criticism is that it's a slow burn. It takes about 20 to 25 episodes to get up and running with the action. I'm not one of those fans that needs action every episode personally. I love Dragon Ball. Personally, I think if you haven't seen Dragon Ball, you're not really a fan of the show. If your introduction was Dragon Ball Z, that's great. That was my introduction to the show as well. However, the story starts with Dragon Ball. If you haven't seen that, you're doing yourself a disservice as a fan. GT, I love that it's similar to the start of Dragon Ball, but in space. I enjoy that. So it takes about 20 to 25 episodes to get started. And then you take Daima, also a very slow burn. It's taken about 15 episodes to get going, and the show only goes for 20 episodes, and then you throw in this shit. So for me, it's just killed the series. If you like it, that's fantastic. I'm really happy for you. I'm not trying to kill your enjoyment of the show. If you enjoy it, feel free to leave a message down below. I really am flabbergasted by this episode, and I can't believe that they actually did that. I don't hold myself to a higher standard and think I'm more knowledgeable than other people on the show. I might carry myself that way sometimes, but what I will say is I would have liked to think that I was smart enough personally to know they're not going to mix timelines and they're not going to throw something from GT into Daima. I didn't think they were that stupid. Clearly I was wrong, and I'm the one who's got egg on my face here. And I put my hands up and say, I was wrong. Because all week I've been saying to people, there's no way we'll see Super Saiyan 4 in this show. Pardon me. But here we are. Super Saiyan 4's in Daima. It was executed arguably far worse than in GT. And yeah, let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you later.